Hello everyone, it's Kelly here from Spiritual Awakening Signs, coming to you today with another angel card reading. I've got my angel cards ready to go and we'll be doing an angel card reading. Really it's just a message for what you need to know most of all right now in your spiritual awakening. So it's very themed towards spiritual awakening, and it'll let you know what blocks are coming up, what you might need to watch out for in your life, and of course what's going to help you to get where you want to go and moving through your ascension process. So it's a very, very powerful card reading. Now what we like to do in these card readings is we draw one card from the deck that is for all of us. So that gives us an idea of what's really going on in spiritual awakening right now. How are the energies changing? What are the themes that are showing up for all of us collectively? And then you get to choose from card 1, 2 or 3 to get your own personal message. And like I always say, you'll find your message in card 1, 2 or 3. You'll see something that stands out and it'll take personal meaning for you. It's a wonderful way to get messages at a time like this. Now, if you've joined us live, please say hello, tell me who you are and where you're from, and we'll give everyone a shout out. And I'm just going to get the cards ready here, giving them just a little clear, and we'll start shuffling them and see what we've got. So first of all, we're going for the card that is the message for all of us. What is it that we need to know in spiritual awakening right now? Let's see what we get. I can see Heather has shared the video. Thanks, Heather. She says, Sabina says, hi Kelly, hello, and welcome again, Sabina. Great to see you. Interested to know who else is with us today. Okay, what's going on for all of us right now? Oh, there's powerful energies to this card. Oh, of course. Okay, so this card for all of us in awakening right now, we've got a card that's all about focusing on service. So this is very much about stepping into your purpose as a light worker. As you'll see, there's a lot of white in this image. I know it's a little bit backward for you guys, but you'll see the lovely colours in this. There's a lot of white. We've also got unicorns, which are a symbol of fulfilling your dreams, reaching for your goals, fulfilling your life purpose, and really aligning with your soul, that higher aspect of yourself. And we've got this beautiful angel on the top with really widespread wings and just lots of lovely high vibrational white light energy all around. So that tells me that right now is a really powerful time for all of us to step into our purpose, to step into what it is that we really want to do, what's in your heart, what's in your soul, and what would make your soul feel fulfilled if you could achieve it. You need to start looking at that and getting ready to align with that, because that's what's coming. I feel like there's another level of awakening going on here. Now, I don't know if you can see in the image, what's standing out to me is that first and foremost we've got this wonderful white light energy coming through the crown, the top of this angel's head, and you'll see it's not something that's going in, it's not coming down from above, it's actually coming out from the top of the head out into the atmosphere. And that says to me that we're going to have another level of awakening. So we're going to be going through a higher level. I feel like it's kind of up towards the crown chakra. There's going to be some shifts there that we'll need to watch out for, and I feel like this is going to be a higher level of enlightenment and awareness that's available to us. And I also feel that we'll be getting a lot of help from the energies of earth, which is unusual. Usually we're working with energies that are different realms, but for this I feel we've got the energies of earth that are working with us. So you can see all these lovely little elemental spirits that are around us. So draw on the energy of nature, use nature to ground you, use it to cleanse your energy. When you're out walking in nature, that happens a lot, and use it to reach your goals and your dreams. This mountain is standing out behind with this lovely pathway, and symbolising that you're going to reach your goals. You just got a little bit of a mountain to climb, but you're going to reach it all. Fantastic. Huge card of awakening. I think we've got more levels that are going to be happening for us at the moment. So that was the card for all of us. I can see some other people have joined us. So we've got Kelly, hello. We've got Lisa, hi there. We've got Gina as well. Gosh, lots of you here today. We've got Anne, hello again. And let's see, Gina says interesting. Yes, we're going through some interesting shifts right now. So now is the time when you get to choose the message that is true for you. So I want you to take a moment and think, is it going to be card 1, 2 or 3? And you must go with the first answer that pops into your head. If you use the second answer or the third answer, once you've thought about it for a while, that's the brain making the decision. It's not the intuition. So go with the first thought, okay? And we're going to get into doing card number 1. So I can see Anne says the energies are very intense these days. I agree, there are huge shifts going on, so you're picking up on the first card that we got, definitely. I can see we've got Ella there, hi there, and Nicole too, fantastic. So let me know, what card are you picking? Is it 1, 2 or 3? And we're going to draw card number 1 right now. So card number 1, what is it you most need to know right now in your awakening and in your life? Let's see what we've got. Let's see. Okay. Now, I know this has come up before, so if you've already received this card, this is like 1 time's a message, 2nd time's usually kind of a shout. The angels really want you to pay attention, the guides want you to pay attention to this. Giving and receiving, very much a card all about balance. So I feel that this is about balance as a light worker. You need to be looking at how are you balancing your energies as a light worker? How are you balancing giving and receiving? Because what happens quite often as light workers is that we tend to give away too much of our energy. We end up leaving ourselves depleted. So if that is a tendency of something that you tend to do, you're going to need to watch out for that and learn how to balance. And what you'll see here is we've got the balance of these 2 different halves. So there's actually this really nurturing energy here. It's even got a little baby in the pouch. This nurturing energy, and then there's this kind of flamboyant, steady but social energy. It's all about being seen, it's all about being colourful and standing out. So it's kind of like having that balance between things that need to be done, things that need to be maintained and looked after and taken care of, and then having that fun side that just kind of, you know, does things creatively, does things for fun, does things for enjoyment, and it's about balancing the 2. And this lovely angel in the middle is all in white, so again, really clear energy, really high vibrational energy. And if you can master those 2 things, you're going to find that it balances right out. I feel like a lot of this is what exactly is that? What's coming up is that there may be a bit of conflict in your life between things that are what you need to do. Maybe you're in a family, maybe there are responsibilities that you need to uphold in loads of different areas of life. And then there's this other part of you that really just wants to be creative or to follow your purpose and follow your joy or just have fun and enjoy yourself. And it's about balancing those 2 and feeling maybe a little bit conflicted about that. So it's time that you learn to balance that well, and it's really important that you recognise that you need both of those aspects to be. And I can say that from a spiritual perspective, a lot of us feel like we should just do our duty all the time, take care of our responsibilities and do all the important things to be a spiritual person, but really you need to take care of yourself as well. It's a really important part of the awakening process. So please learn to balance that out and take some time this month to do that, to take that. Okay, so that is us on card number 1. So now we're going to be getting into card number 2. I can see quite a few people have chosen card number 2. We've got some people have chosen 2 cards. Sometimes that happens when you go to make a decision. Is it card 1, 2 or 3? And 2 of them just kind of fight for attention. It's okay to know that there might be 2 messages there for you. I can see that Julie says in reference to card 1 that we just discussed, she says, I'm about to make another change with that. It's hard when it's family, but sometimes necessary. It definitely is challenging. And I think that's part of it, is learning to have boundaries and still be a good person. And that can be a little bit challenging. So lots of lessons coming up this month for us. So let's see, card number 2. This was your card. Let's see what message we've got today. We've got cards jumping at us. So, okay, there are 2 cards that are coming up for if you chose card number 2. Now, it's really interesting mix. I'm going to show you what they are. So this is all about recognising truth and knowing when to move forward. So the first one we got was notice the signs. Okay, so this is about taking stock of what's really going on in your life, looking at the things that you may not be happy about, noticing the things that need to change. So this can be a real card of empowerment. This can be a month of empowerment and making choices that are going to be beneficial to you long term. Start to look around at your life and what is it that you are unhappy about? What is it that doesn't really align with who you really are? And what is it that something else is coming up? There's also an energy of maybe juggling a little bit too much in your life, taking on too many responsibilities, taking on things that might not be your responsibility at all, and then maybe dropping those as a result. You know, maybe feeling that you can't quite you can't maintain those very well, and they're not really working out to your highest and best intentions as you usually would. And the second card that came with that, that's really telling, is this card, and it's called Time to Go, and it's all about recognising when either one cycle of your life is done, or when a situation, an experience, a relationship, a connection, whatever it is that's going on in your life, it's about looking at it and saying, is this really in alignment with who I am, or is it time for me to move on from this? Is this part of my life something that was part of my past and it's no longer really in alignment with who I am, and being able to step forward in that. Now, it could be in anything. It might be that you're in a job that just doesn't align with who you are anymore. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's friendships, maybe it's dynamics within your family. It could be any number of things, but it's really important that you use these two cards together with the insight that we're getting, and that is to notice the signs, to look at what's going on in your life, to take stock of how things are and where you're unhappy, and then to do something about it. That's what this card's saying, do something about it. So it says it's time to go. It might not be that it's time to go, it might be that it's time to take action in some way, to do something about the situation that you're experiencing, and don't just let these things take over. Okay, really important, very empowering month for you, so focus on those energies and move forward. Right, so let's see. So, and do let us know if any of these resonate, if the messages resonate, do let us know. Card number 3. So you've had a little wait, but if card number 3 was what you chose, here's your message now. Let's see what it is that you most need to know. Let's see. There's an interesting energy with this card, which we'll be able to discuss in just a little minute. Okay, the first thing I was going to say is there's resistance. I could feel it when I was shuffling the cards. There's an energy of resistance there. And this card came up, so trustworthy guidance. So the first thing that I'm being told by shuffling these cards, before we even get into the message, is that you are resisting on some level the connection that you have, the information and the guidance that you're getting. Now, that could be spiritually, or it could just be from a mentor in your life, guidance and advice from those around you, but there's some sort of level of resistance, and I think it may be born of mistrust. There's a lot of kind of mistrust energy there. And what we're really being told here is that it's safe for you to trust the guidance and information that you're getting. Very important to always use critical thought, whether it's a spiritual thing or whether it's a real world thing, you're interacting with others. It's really important to use critical thought, to think things through and to see if it really is a fit for you. But with this, what I'm being told is that the guidance and the information that you're getting, you may be putting up some resistance to it, but what I'm really being shown is that there may be some area in there, there may be some nugget of gold in there, of something that's actually going to set you free. Because the energy that I was getting as I was shuffling those cards was an energy of resistance, and it was also an energy of kind of being trapped in your own stuff. Sometimes you can't see past it because you've always lived that way, or you've been stuck in a rut, or something's going on that you just can't quite see the way out of. You can't imagine it being any different. And what I'm being shown here is that there is trustworthy guidance of some form coming into your life. It might be spiritual guidance, it might be signs that show up in the universe and in the world around you, it might be guidance from friends or family or someone else. I'm being shown that the guidance that you're getting is actually trustworthy. You can trust it, you can use it, and you can move forward. And if you're ever unsure, the best thing to do is just think something through. Just take your time to look over the options and say, okay, if this happens, how's it going to play out? Is that safe? What would be the repercussions? Use that critical thought with your intuition to make sure that you get the best result. But what I'm really getting from this card is there's a lot of golden energy. So there's a lot of enlightening and moving up, and I feel that that's in the psyche as well as in the energy. So there's some really good shifts coming in your thoughts and in your frequency, in the way that you're behaving and working with others. And also you're going to find that the guidance that you're getting is of a high vibration, so it's trustworthy. I'm getting that there is a lot of positive influence around you right now. So look for the signs, look at the guidance and the information you're getting, take a moment to think about it and see if it really is a fit for you, if it feels right, and then move forward. Because I feel like when you do, you're going to open yourself up to really stepping forward, really moving out of being stuck in a rut in all the areas where you're being held back and having obstacles in your way. And again, like a card earlier today, we've got this wonderful mountains and sunlight in the background showing us that you're going to be going for your goals and your dreams. The things that you want, that you're aiming for, that you want to achieve are there, and you can do it, but you might just need to listen to this trustworthy guidance in order to get there. So fantastic messages. I hope you guys resonated with that. I hope you got good messages and things that you can use. I can see we've had a few comments. Gina says thank you, you're welcome. Christina says totally resonated with me, thank you very much. I'm making changes so these cards are perfect. Oh, it's great when you get a message that really resonates. It feels like you can really do something with it. Anne says I'm changing my thought pattern, so that'll be in relation to card 3. My brain's very noisy and hard to change. I resist so hard, and it's hard for me to listen to my heart. It can be difficult for all of us. It's definitely a challenge that we're all faced with on the spiritual awakening pathway, but I think it's about learning to balance those two things. So it's about learning to balance the critical thought that I'm thinking this through, what's right for me, what patterns are coming up that might be playing out again, and then listening to that intuition and trying to find a way to bridge those two things so that you can really get an answer that fits you. And of course, the most challenging thing is if you just keep getting stuck in analysing it all, you never move anywhere. So make a decision and move forward. You can always review it at any time. So that's fantastic. Julie says, I totally feel this card. She was really resonating with card 3. Let's see, Sabina says, Kelly, I feel the angels more than ever, but chose number 3. Well, of course, choosing card number 3 isn't just about the angels. It could be about guidance in your life. It could be about signs and symbols in the universe. It could be, it's all about getting trustworthy guidance from another source. So something that isn't you, and listening out for that. So it might actually be that it's not here yet. So just keep an eye out for that. Sharon says, thank you. You're welcome, Sharon. Kath says thank you. Julie says thank you. You're also welcome. Anne says thanks so much. Thank you so much to you guys for watching and tuning in today. Remember that you can click below to be notified whenever we go live. And we actually have a free masterclass. It's 11 signs that the angels are trying to contact you, because that can be happening already and you don't even realise it. So you can click the link below and get that masterclass and watch it right now. And I think that you'll enjoy it. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. See you again soon. Bye.